All right, quick question for the day, guys. What in the world does the future hold for that vaunted, is that a word?
Yeah.
That vaunted
New England. Yeah, Jason says it's a word, so.
New England offense. Yeah, Jason.
Oh,
So,
man.
I mean, the New England offense is decimated. Let me read some names to you. Julian Edelman.
Out.
Say goodbye. Danny Amendola now with an MRI on his knee. He went out last night. Dion Lewis, sayonara. Aaron Dobson, nice catch.
Yes.
Goodbye. You're gone. Not good. Keyshawn Martin's out already, but he should come back. So what do? They're going to have to adjust. But the big thing to me that stood out, and I'll kick it to you after this, the thing that stood out to me was the offensive line couldn't protect Brady so that he could drive the ball downfield at all, including to Rob Gronkowski, who was double covered. And because so it had to be this Edelman Amendola game. But if you don't have those guys, so anyway, tell me what's going to happen, because I want to know, because I got Brady.
I agree that the biggest concern is the offensive line, where Tom Brady and Belichick, they have the ability and the skills to they have the old school Peyton Manning effect, where they can take guys who are basically no ones and turn them into what looks like a great player, because they scheme well, they have great play calling. But if you can't protect Tom Brady for more than a second and a half, then they're in some big trouble if they can't figure that out.
Yeah, and that would say, okay, well, not everybody has the defensive line that the Buffalo Bills have to be able to pressure them. So let's take a look at their schedule. Well, next week we know the big game against Denver, maybe a better line, depending on if Ware's back or not. You've got Houston, who's really turned around their defense. Their defensive line looks good. You've got the New York Jets in that Week 16 championship matchup. So, you can't get crazy and say, well, bench Tom Brady. They're the Patriots. They're going to put up points. They're still a great offense. But I don't know that they can do what they were doing to teams when they were healthy. So you
hit a point where it's just skill players that make big plays. I mean, early in the game, now Amendola had a great game, and then he was like Edelman in the sense that he got hurt, as well as being kind of the check down guy. There were a couple plays I thought that if Edelman had been on the field, first downs would have been picked up. But I mean, Amendola was great, and if an inadvertent whistle didn't happen, he might have had a 70-yard touchdown.
How have we not talked about that?
Well, we will.
It's so just a quick update. I don't know if you caught the end of the show yesterday. I was talking about I really need some fantasy juju from some guys to withstand a victory last night, and that Edelman miscall could have potentially cost me the game, because that was a huge where he would have scored, maybe he wouldn't have, but he was going to pick up 60 yards at the minimum, which would have been a huge boost to what my team needed. I ended up pulling out the victory, everyone. Miracles happen, and they happened last night.
Yeah, if you don't know what
for sure,
if you don't know the play that he's talking about, if you didn't get to see the game last night, Tom Brady is scrambling, rolling towards the sideline. It's in a full scramble drill, and he just throws the ball, 10 feet over a defender's head to Edelman, who's just broke behind the defender and is wide open.
Edelman, huh? He came back?
Yes, to the one in Edelman's role, Amendola, and the whistle blew. Because the guy, I don't know what the ref was thinking. I don't know if it was because Rex Ryan came out or because they thought he was out of bounds, but they blew the ball dead, and for no reason at all. And so the play stopped, and it was a gigantic play. Andy and I were live watching it, and we were texting Mike, who was not yet caught up to the show,
putting kids to bed.
It was I've never seen anything like that.
It was a great defensive play by Rex Ryan.
Yeah,
for sure.
I guess that's true. So if somebody steps up, defensive-minded coach.
We play with 12 guys.
So if somebody steps up for New England, who's it going to be?
Oh, man.
At this point, I guess we can wait till waiver and talk about those guys, but right now, is there somebody that jumps off the page to you?
So if Amendola is in fact going to miss time, which we suspect he will, it's kind of how much time is he going to miss?
Right.
Maybe it's a week, maybe it's 6 weeks. We don't know yet because he's having the MRI later today. And to me, if I'm going to take a wild shot on anybody, it's going to be Keyshawn Martin, because I think he has the most similar skill set to fill in for that quick-hitting Edelman, Amendola slot receiver that the Patriots play. I just don't – I mean, maybe Harper can do it. Harper had a great catch in traffic that got called back on a penalty, but, I mean, undrafted rookie, I don't –
You guys remember when Reggie Wayne was on the Patriots this year?
Oh, man, I have completely forgotten about that.
Yeah, so